Hey guys, this is Kat. In this video, I wanted to just sort of briefly talk to you about my feelings on sacred space and how I interpret that in my life. And I wanted to show you a couple of the sacred spaces that are currently in my own home. So to start off with, I wanted to tell you that my number one sacred space, and this is something that I've worked on for years, is myself. And like my physical body and my mental state and my spirit and my heart, those things all comprise my number one sacred space, which is me. And I'm sure a lot of other people who made videos on this topic also feel that way. With that being said, I thought I'd show you two places within my home that I, have decorated and that I use during times of meditation, when I'm doing spells and magic and other work that is part of my spiritual practice. So the first space that I wanted to show you is actually right here. And this is actually a personal shrine that I have that is devoted to my home and my family. It's just on a dresser that's in my bedroom. And this is a beautiful dream catcher that is actually across from where my boyfriend and I sleep. And his mother made this. On this space, I have a little picture of my boyfriend and I, taken during the first year that we were together. In front of it is a little pebble that I found on the beach one day when he and I were having just like, how you have lots of good times with your partner and with people you care about, but some days are really special. Well, I found that pebble on a very special day that we had a really amazing time together. So I decided to keep it in honor of that kind of positive energy that we give to each other through our love. Over here I have three little spirit animal carvings. One is a buffalo, one's a toad, and one's a wolf. And the buffalo represents me, the toad represents my son, and the wolf represents my boyfriend. So that's what those mean. I have a candle here that says 2 moons rising on it. And this is a candle with the name of a spiritual learning group that I'm part of offline. And it's a group where I meet in person with these amazing people who I consider my family. They are my spiritual family. So that's why this candle and a symbolism of them is on my family shrine. Then I have a little Buddha incense holder, and I have a few decorative crystals. Buddhism is something that has resonated with me since I was a teenager. I have a moon candle, and over here I have a sun candle. And that's something that has special symbolism to me as a Wiccan, remembering the balance of complementary polarities. And I have a cross here, which signifies my Christian heritage and upbringing. My dad is actually a Christian priest, and so that's what the cross is there to symbolize. So yeah, that is my shrine to home and family. The second spiritual space I wanted to share with you is actually my altar. So this is kind of an overview of my altar here. On it I've got some standard things that would be part of just about anyone's Wiccan altar. I've got a little cauldron that I keep a tea light in when I'm not actually using it to burn incense. I have a chalice. This is not the only chalice I own, but the items that are on my altar right now kind of change depending on the season and whatnot as well. I have a small dish here with a quartz crystal in it, and this dish happens to be the dish that I would also put salt in when I'm using salt to purify and create my sacred circle. I have a little goddess statue that I sculpted myself out of clay. And then on the other side of my altar I have a god statue, same thing, sculpted him myself from clay. And then I have a leaf, it's kind of like a small tray, I guess. And I've got a tea light candle on it and an amethyst pendulum that was given to me at my dedication into the Wicca tradition that I'm part of offline. And this dish is something I'll use for offerings as well. Here I've got a little bag of some pebbles I use in divination. And then I've got two little spiritual journals. They're not actually books of shadows or anything. They're simply journals where I write thoughts or poetry and things like that, especially after I've done a ritual or after I've done some kind of meditation. And then here I have a turtle carving. This is a Native American carving of a tortoise, actually. And this is the tortoise that is part of a Native American legend about the way that the world was created. And then finally I have my beautiful athame, which is made from a deer bone as the handle, copper in the middle, and then the actual blade part is from an old sword. And this was lovingly handcrafted for me by my spiritual mentor, who again is part of an offline group that I am part of in the pagan and Wiccan community. That has brought me a lot of joy along my path. So I'm not going to go into detail about what's down here, but my altar is kind of cool because even though it's very, very small, I can keep things under it and inside of it because it has little shelves. So I've got extra cauldrons. There's a little raccoon skull down there, another chalice. I've got a candle and some other things. So there's some crystals that I use for spells and whatnot. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that little mini tour of a couple of my sacred spaces within my home. And thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you have a great day.